Hello, Stephen Dean speaking. I want to tell you about a tale a Buddhist told me once. And it was to do with a Buddhist monk who lived in a village. Now, a teenage girl in this village got herself pregnant by a boyfriend and, afraid of outraging her parents and the entire village, as was the moral code of the time when this story was about, she blamed it all on the Buddhist monk and said it was him, that he'd raped her, that the baby was his. So, of course, their sympathy was on her side then. So, when the baby was born, they all marched down to the Buddhist monk's house, banged on his door, and said, "This is your baby. You made this girl pregnant." And he just said, "Is that so?" and took the baby and shut the door. So they're all looking around thinking, what? But there was nothing they could do. They said the baby was his, and he'd taken it, and he shut the door. Oh, anyway, when the dust had settled, a few months later, the girl and her boyfriend decided to get married. And when they decided that, they wanted their baby back. So they went back to see the Buddhist monk, shamefacedly, and knocked on his door. And he opened it and said, "Yes." And they said, "We're sorry, we blamed all that on you. It was my boyfriend's baby, really." And he said, "Is that so?" And gave him the baby back and shut the door. And that's the end of the story. When he told me that, I thought about it, and I liked that story, but I wasn't quite sure why. I didn't quite get the meaning of it to begin with. But I realise now that the Buddhist monk was wise enough to know that this was what is known as Dharma. What happens in this life has already been passed, has already happened. The dream was over long ago, because the dream happened in a timeless environment. It was over and done with within an instant. And as I've explained before, time and space are here to demonstrate that everything is separated, and because of them, we imagine that it's just ongoing and ongoing for billions of years, when in fact, that is only an illusion caused by time and space. The dream was over long ago. So that means our lives were over long ago. And whatever lies ahead of us is already there. That's Dharma, as I understand it. Can you change it? Of course you can change it. But at the end, it'll still be the same result, because way back, when the dream actually first appeared, you changed it then. Now you're still in the process of doing it, because you're within the dream. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? But the dream is over. Another guy, a guy called Ramesh Balsekar, I think that's how you pronounce it, Balsekar, Ramesh Balsekar. He proposed that life is like what another guy called Wayne Lickerman said, or called it to be, like a 50-mile long painting, where it's just absolutely so huge, you can only see one little part of it at a time. Just say it was here, like this forest is this painting. Now I can only see this bit at a time. And as I walk along this 50 miles looking at this huge painting, I can only see each section as I go past. But as I go past, no matter what the painting was about, I know here it's about a forest, but it would each suggest, as I move past it, it would each blend in with what was coming next. No matter what it was, I would see it as blending with what's coming next. When I got to the end of the painting, 50 miles later, I'd have a rough idea what it was all about, but I'd have forgotten lots of bits and pieces. But I'd have a rough idea what the painting was about. And yet, when it's all said and done, it was still only a 50-mile painting, and if I stood far enough back, I could have seen it happening all at once. And happening all at once is what happened all that time ago. And right now, we're walking along that that celestial 50-mile painting we call life. It's weird, isn't it? We've done it all before. Don't worry about it. It all turns out all right in the end. Cheers. See ya.